Hey, buddy, will you look through your folder?
If you've ever wondered what school looked like at the turn of the 20th century, there's no need for a time machine. Just take a drive through the Paradise Valley to Pine Creek Elementary south of Livingston.
I have 13 students right now.
Taylor Neibauer teaches K through second grade at this rural Montana school.
This is my third year here. Yeah.
One of roughly 100 still active rural schoolhouses.
L-E.
Oh.
More than any other state in the nation.
I see everything they do. It's way better for kids who have like short attention spans. When they're with me, we're going.
But little by little, even here in Montana, these schools are not going. They're dwindling. Montana once had upwards of 2,600 one-room schools. That number today is right around 50.
Thank you for having us.
Fortunately,
This is a special place.
when one door closes, another door opens.
We let the schoolhouse talk to us and tell us what it needs.
Eli Smith is with Preserve Montana, a nonprofit working to save these rural schools by rehabbing and repurposing them.
Every different use creates a different structure, a different need for restoration.
There's a lot of buildings like this across Montana, especially.
On this day, Smith and his team are assessing this old one-room school in 16, Montana. During a preservation workshop,
Fascia is the roof line.
teaching others how to restore these buildings. Now more or less a ghost town, 16 was once a thriving community about 30 miles south of White Sulphur Springs.
Gosh, all of our childhood memories kind of were here.
Kaida Hobby Martin and her sister Pam spent their summers here and now own the schoolhouse after inheriting this land from their parents.
It is so nostalgic because we got to live something that we couldn't provide children today.
I'm not really sure.
You can still almost picture the life that once filled this room.
You could just close your eyes and see kids, playing tag in the fields, and
These discarded books and desks, remnants of better days.
all of our memories are still here, like untouchable. And it would look exactly the same as it did 40 years ago.
That emotional connection is the driving force between Gaida and Pam's push to restore the building to its former glory. All thanks to this nonprofit.
Our dream felt like a pipe dream because you tell somebody you want to restore a ghost town, they look at you like, could you sure? Good luck.
A lot of this siding doesn't need to be replaced.
And so we just knew, you guys are our people.
Since its inception in the 1980s, Preserve Montana has documented 812 one- or two-room schoolhouses across Montana and now hopes to preserve as many as possible.
It was kind of cool.
Gaida and Pam hope to one day hold retreats here and also invite schools to visit.
Let's hop on a school bus and go back in time and see what it was really like to go to school, in the 1920s and 30s. And just let them see it. Let the teachers see it. They've probably never seen it either.
School as it once was, and even as it still is.
If more rural schools happened around the state, I think it could solve a lot of the problems with education right now.
Rural Montana is the lifeblood of our state.
We are rich in rural communities.
Communities built upon relationships.
We grow and raise a lot of our own food.
Neighbors helping neighbors.
We are the connection.
Go! Through the good times and also the not so good times. In Harlowton, this was one of those days.
It was just the saddest day ever for this community.
On February 12, 2023, fire decimated the historic Graves Hotel, the 115-year-old community landmark reduced to rubble in just minutes.
It was historic. Everybody had a story. Everybody's family came here. Everybody's family worked here. Every person in this community has a tie to this lot.
Jeff Eagleton was among the many who could only watch.
That call that morning that it was on fire, I drove 100 miles an hour for 30 miles to get here to help out and stood in the street over there and cried with the rest of the community.
But fast forward 2 years and those tears have dried. New life has begun to sprout on this hallowed ground, now full of rusty nails.
There is nothing like this in central Montana.
Jeff and his wife Shauna are now trying to restore this plot of land to its former glory, albeit in a new, reimagined way, the foundation of something they hope will last for generations.
That wasn't new. That's Grandma's idea.
That concept is this: a massive community center to be known as the Central Montana Food Hub, a one-stop shop for local ag producers to sell their products, from vegetables and grains to meats and potatoes.
A food hub is a local aggregator. We help the producers get those products to the shelves.
Some of those products will be sold directly to consumers, others to local grocery stores and restaurants, not only boosting the local economy,
Let's create that access. Let's create that market.
but also getting fresh produce into the mouths of Montanans who live in what has long been considered a food desert.
If you're not on an interstate, you're probably not being served fresh, quality, local foods. Western Montana Growers Cooperative, they're the beacon, right? They're the one that's saying it's possible.
The Western Montana Growers Cooperative has set the standard in Montana. A nonprofit now working to create a network of farmer-owned food co-ops across the state.
To really develop a fully fledged food system, regional food system or local food system, it can't be just one farm. It can't be just one food hub.
In the 1950s, 70% of the food eaten in Montana was grown here. That number has shrunk to just 3% today.
Which is a really vulnerable, precarious place to be. That means we are importing 97% of the food that we're eating as a state.
Aaron Austin is with Abundant Montana, the marketing force behind an effort to reverse those numbers.
Food hubs are critical for that.
And the statewide nonprofit has set a very ambitious goal.
I think it's possible that, in 10 years, by 2033, a third of the food that we're eating in state is from Montana. It requires all of us to participate.
Food hubs like this one, connecting Montanans with meals, one community at a time.
I'm hoping that it's just duplicated. Like once we do it, this needs to happen in Circle. This needs to happen in Havre. This needs to start happening in these other communities, and then we can start connecting these. I 100% know in my heart and in my mind that this is necessary and going to succeed.
Here you go.
As rodeo fans stream out of the arena,
Do you want one?
they're greeted by Elena Hutchings,
You make my heart happy.
who comes bearing gifts.
You're welcome.
She and her family are handing out stick horses to every child in attendance.
Yep, you can have one.
She brightens their day and only asks for one thing in return.
I love it when I see everyone smile.
It's personal for Elena. A few years ago, she didn't have much to smile about.
Elena was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor when she was 6. Her brain tumor, there's nothing they could do for it. She doesn't qualify for chemo or radiation because her brain tumor is embedded in her brainstem.
Thank you, everyone, for a present and a prayers.
Elena spent a lot of time at the hospital during COVID lockdowns, away from home and away from her family.
I was not happy there. I wanted to go home right now because I missed my brother. I missed my animals. I really missed my house. I missed everything.
And she's made it her mission to make sure no one feels the way she did, planning to visit 50 children's hospitals in 50 states to distribute toys.
We only want to do that to help the kids to be happy for they don't be left out because some, pretend there's 10 kids and they have 9 toys and one can get left out. We want to give them more for all of them can get more supported.
Elena's efforts caught the attention of rodeo royalty.
Put it to the pile.
And it led to a new title, Little Miss Rodeo Universe. And that allowed Elena a new way to share her gifts, even the ones you can't see.
Because I lost my daughter too, so.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
You do something fun. Buy yourself whatever you want.
Okay?
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
When she was diagnosed, we were like any other parent. You know, you're scared, you don't know what to do. You want more answers, but there is none. But Lily, when it comes down to the bottom of it, the only answer is for that kid to live her life at the fullest every day.
We got a stage to go!
It's harvest season in Montana, and across thousands of acres, the hum of combines mark the rhythm of work that keeps food on the tables around the world.
We started harvesting 35 years ago.
Custom harvesters like Paul Paplow and his crew bring the manpower and the machinery so farmers can bring in their crops faster.
Equipment cost is way too high, so someone can't afford to own 5 or 6 combines to do their farm where they can hire 5 or 6 and they can come in and knock it out in timely fashion.
Paplow and his crew start in Texas and work their way north, covering nearly 130,000 acres each season. But what makes this crew stand out isn't just the miles they cover, it's who is running the machines.
Well, this will be the 3rd year that we've had females on the crew.
This year, 7 women joined the crew, including several from overseas.
I'm gonna do that.
One of them is 23-year-old Eleanor Gilbert, who came from the UK.
The scale of it out here is just massive. The fields, the equipment. We're running 45-foot headers here. At home, we're running 35, which would be considered big for the UK.
Eleanor joined Pablo Harvesting through a J1 training visa program with the University of Minnesota, swapping her family's farm in Britain for a 2,000-mile trek across America's heartland.
It can be one of the best jobs out in the nature every single day. The views from sort of my office in the cab is just amazing, especially here in Montana.
Eleanor's not just here to run the machines.
Just down there we have Montana Ag.
She's also documenting the journey.
We are now in Montana, which is so exciting.
Through her YouTube channel, she shares daily life on the harvest trail. From early morning maintenance checks to long sunsets over Montana's wheat fields.
I feel like because I've shown with my platform, if I can do it, then they can do it also. And I think that's really nice to show that and encourage other females into this industry.
For Pablo, having women on the crew isn't just about filling positions. It's about adding a fresh perspective to the harvest trail.
They do a great job, great operators, and there's a lot of girls that are interested in coming on harvest.
And for Eleanor, the experience goes far beyond the hours in the field.
It's once in a lifetime experience, which I think I will never forget and I'll be talking about for the rest of my life.
Do you want to be a farmer right outside of Yellowstone National Park growing fresh produce for
It all started with this simple post. 2 women
Meet your farmers!
looking for help on their produce farm in the Paradise Valley.
We need people to come out and work.
They tried the traditional approach, but crickets.
We had gone through all of the applications and we were just like, ugh, gosh, like I just wish we could grab from a bigger pool. And I just was like, it's our time to try TikTok.
Well, the clock didn't tick long.
It just popped up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply. Pretty much just their energy is what caught me.
I did not know this would blow up.
The applicants started pouring in.
4,000, yeah, definitely. Maybe a little more.
I'm from Dallas, Texas. From Oklahoma City, born and raised. Grew up in Alaska.
Fast forward several months and the farmhands here have sprouted like leaves of cabbage.
We went through every single one of those applications while planting zucchinis in here.
Let's get her done.
12 new employees, mostly women, are now working here from states across the country.
I was scrolling and scrolling.
Adriana Lopez moved here from the Thana Otham Nation in southern Arizona. Not only is this her first time in Montana,
I never left the desert, first time.
it's also her very first time away from family.
She's going where? What is she doing? It was very scary.
And that's just one thing that makes this farm unique.
We're scrappy. Yeah.
Not only are Sage LeBlanc and Allison LaRue just in their late 20s,
We're the same on the internet as we are between the squash.
they're also offering a perk few others can.
And we have free housing. Free housing!
You heard it, free housing in exchange for just 15 hours of work a week.
If you think farming is hard, you should try finding housing.
You see, when they're not working here, many of these women work in restaurants up and down the valley serving the food that they grow.
When we asked our chefs what they needed, they all made the same bad joke, and they said, we need summer labor.
But it's a business model that took a lot of work. The pair's first task securing land for their farm from perhaps an unlikely partner in Church Universal and Triumphant, once nationally known for its apocalyptic prophecies.
And everyone was telling me, oh, they're very scary, like be very careful. Oh my goodness, no, they're a bunch of yoga crystal grandmas. And
Then came the Herculean task of renovating what was once church housing into apartments, along with the construction of greenhouses and the plowing of fields. But all of that hard work led to this.
I pinch myself every single day. I really do.
A dream come true.
I don't care if I never make a cent. This is my life's work.
LeBlanc and LaRue now have contracts to supply produce to restaurants in Yellowstone National Park, along with several restaurants, again, where most of these women work.
It is a massive circular system, yeah. I love that we can create this big picture and bring it right back to something small.
Something small, but with a huge impact. A mission not only feeding mouths,
This is a model that is based off of belief and hope.
but also the soul.
We have heart and we have ambition, and we're two tough girls that love our community. And I think that's sort of at the root of all of it.